Hi, Andre here. I've owned the Profitec Move for about 2 months now, and I wanted to make a video going over some of my favorite things about it, the pros, the cons. There are some cons, but very minor. Overall, just living with the machine. I will take you through how I make a drink with it at the end. That being said, let's get into the review. So starting out, I want to go over the pros. Obviously, it's a great looking machine. I love the little display on this machine. The menu options are very intuitive, very easy to customize. The lights on this machine are great. I think they look awesome, so I have them turned on all the time. You can change it so they only shine when the shot's pulling or never at all, but I think they look awesome, so I have them on all the time. Things I love is that this machine is very customizable. You can adjust things like your brew temperature, turn your steam boiler on or off. You can enable pre-infusion. You can change brew settings for each button. So you can set your shot time. So you can actually set it so the machine stops pulling a shot at a certain time. So typically that'd be like around 30 seconds. You got your pre-infusion settings here, and you can do that for both buttons. So you can have the top button pull shots for like a single shot, so you can have it cut off at 15 seconds, and then the bottom button you can set it to cut off at like 30 seconds, which is what I have mine set to. Some other things you can customize. You can customize the eco mode, basically set the machine to go to sleep after a certain period of idleness. You can customize cleaning reminders, reset your cleaning reminders. There's an automated cleaning function. There's the barista lights function. You got filter reminders, you got timer enables, and then you can set your clock. My favorite feature on this machine is the schedule set. So you can actually set this machine to turn on and off twice per day automatically. So for example, I have mine set to turn on at 7:04 in the morning and turn off at 8:15. So when I leave to work, it'll turn off if I forget to turn it off. I think that's great. You can set that for every day of the week. Very nice feature for a $2,000 machine. You can set your temperature unit, Fahrenheit, Celsius, and then you got this setting here that's called a coffee offset correction that I do not use because it's more of an advanced feature. And you got enable fast preheating, so you can actually heat this machine in 9 minutes with the fast preheat enabled. Without that enabled, you're looking at about a heat up time of 15 minutes, which is very fast, and you can actually brew espresso and steam milk within 15 minutes of turning this machine on, which is awesome. Really cool feature. Some other notable features with this machine. You've got pretty good cup clearance between the group and your cup. You're looking at about 5¼ inches. This gives me plenty of space to put in a scale, and I can even put in this cappuccino cup that's about 6 ounces, and if I was pulling a bottomless shot, I still have plenty of room. So the clearance is pretty great. This rubber portafilter insert I think is pretty great. Very easy to take out and clean, and it's the first of its kind. I've never seen a rubber removable portafilter insert. So I typically have that put in there to pull a double shot. It does come with a single one as well, but I typically just do double shots, so that's takes care of that. What else do I like about the machine? Well, it's a dual boiler, so you can steam milk while pulling espresso. Typically, I don't do those at the same time, but I do steam milk right after pulling espresso. To steam 6 ounces of milk, you're probably looking at about 20 or 30 seconds, so it isn't super fast, but it's very good for home users. And the only time I think that you would have issues is if you were hosting a bunch of people. That could be annoying, steaming a lot of milk, but for a few people, if you're just a family of like 4 or less, this is a great machine. Very easy to steam milk, pulls great espresso shots, and yeah, it's just a good looking machine. Other things that I really like about this machine, I love the joystick knobs. That was also a big reason of why I bought this over something like the Pro 300. These joystick knobs have these wooden accents that come from the factory, as well as the portafilter with the wooden handle. They look great. You've got a hot water spout right here as well, which does need the steam boiler to be turned on in order for you to pull hot water. And it does have boiling water come out. And of course, you've got the steam wand here with this really cool, like I said, I love these joysticks. They're so much better than turning a knob. And I love that this machine, for the price point, has these joystick knobs. I don't think there's any other machines under like $2,000 or at $2,000 that have joystick knobs. So really, really cool feature. Profitec is constantly coming out with amazing products. And yeah, I love seeing what they've got, and they're always I'm always keeping an eye out for what they're releasing. All right, guys. So I've told you things that I like about the machine. Pulls great shots, steams milk, very easily, dual boiler, looks good, heats up fast. Love the lights, love the wooden accents and the joystick knobs. So what could possibly be a downside of a machine like this? Well, let me tell you, there's not very many, and the ones that do exist are pretty nitpicky downsides. For example, when I'm extracting from the hot water wand, I can really only get about, I want to say 10 ounces before the boiler kicks in. Steam temperature drops, so it does need a little bit of time to recover. If you are using the hot water wand to make like Americanos, for example, typically I just brew from my kettle and I don't even use the hot water wand, although you should be draining this, I think like once a week is the recommendation, because you don't want to leave the water just sitting in the boiler for too long. So that is a con. The boiler is pretty small, so it empties pretty quick, and the machine needs a little bit of time to catch up reheating, probably like a minute or two. Not a big deal, again, pretty nitpicky. Another con that I had with my machine, and this is the big one for me, is that when I bought this machine, I got it in early January, so I was part of the first few people to get one of these, and unfortunately, mine did come with an issue where if I try to back flush the machine, there is a leak inside from, I think it's the OPV valve. However, I could be wrong. Basically, I'll show you guys a video of what it kind of looks like. And I did actually upload to my YouTube channel a shorts, like a 10-second video kind of showing the issue. But basically, when I try to back flush the machine, it squirts inside on the internal components. And that came from the factory like that, which is a little bit of a letdown. However, Whole Latte Love did inform me that they can send me a replacement part and I can fix it on my own, but it is currently back ordered from the manufacturer, so I am not able to currently back flush my machine, which you're supposed to do on a monthly basis, and I've had it for 2 months now. So hopefully that part becomes available pretty soon so I can back flush my machine and kind of give it a proper clean. I will reach out to Whole Latte Love just to get an update on that because it's been a couple weeks, but that is another con that I was unfortunately not expecting. As promised, we're going to be doing a quick cappuccino. So we got my DF64 Gen 2 grinder here, which I am looking at upgrading here in the next month or so. I've been looking at the Eureka Mignon Libra because I really want the grind by weight functionality, as well as the Eureka Atom W65, which is a little bit out of my budget, but we'll see if we can stretch the budget to get that grinder because it does look pretty great. So typically I'm dosing about 18 grams for double shot, give or take, a 1/10 of a gram. And we're just grinding it here. So the DF64 Gen 2 is a pretty good grinder. The only thing I'm not a huge fan of is the whole single dosing. I kind of got caught up in the hype a couple years ago, or like a year ago, when everyone was, single dosing. But right now I just kind of want to grind straight into my portafilter, and a grind by weight grinder that can do that seems like the sweet spot for me. So that's what I am currently looking at getting. All right, so we are dosing 18 grams and looking to get about 36 grams out in 20 to 30 seconds. So just over 36 grams, and we did that in about 25 seconds, so pretty good extraction. All right, we got these Profitec cups. We're just going to transfer the shot into here and steam some milk. So we're steaming about 5 ounces of milk here. I'm trying to get you a decent angle here. See if we can get a good swirl on it. Pretty nice swirl there. And I'm just using my index finger. When it gets too hot to touch, that's when I know I'm at the right temperature. There's the steam wand. I always clean the steam wand before I pour the drink, because you don't want that to get dry and caked up. All right, got our milk, got our espresso. Let's see if we can pour this here. I'm decent at latte art, but it's, I'm not going to be putting any coffee shops out of business anytime soon. But that is how easy it is to make a cappuccino with this machine. With it being a dual boiler, like I said, it makes it super easy and tastes really good. All right, let's see what we got. Very nice cappuccino with my Profitec cups. So the big question is, would I recommend this machine and who is this machine for? Yes, without a doubt, I would say this is the best machine you can get under like $2,500. It comes in right at that $2,000 price point, but I think for what it offers, it's a great value. Honestly, I think it's a little underpriced, but don't tell Profitec I said that. It's a great machine, great value, and if you're somebody who makes milk-based drinks several times a week, you cannot go wrong with this machine because, again, it's great for steaming small amounts of milk. I would say if you're making like small lattes a couple times a day, it's a great machine for you. I drink mostly cappuccinos or cortados, and I find that it's very easy to steam small amounts of milk with this machine. You get cafe quality results if you know what you're doing, and it's not hard to do. So yeah, if you're in the market for a dual boiler and you don't want to spend more than like $2,000, this is the best machine you can get. I actually think that you shouldn't even get anything else. Even if it's cheaper, you should just spend a little more and get this machine because it is pretty great. Downside is you'll probably be waiting a couple months for it since they are back ordered, but it is worth the wait. So just trust me on that. If I forgot something or if you have any other questions, feel free to drop them in the comments below. Guys, give me a like, share, and subscribe. I am planning to release more videos around this machine. I do have some ideas planned, so I'll probably do some accessory videos as well as I'm planning on getting a new espresso grinder. So I'll make a video about that as well. So subscribe to stay tuned for those. Hit the notification bell so you're alerted when the new videos do come out. And yeah, let me know what you guys thought of the review, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.